Okay, so this shift of consciousness is already happening. I'm sure many of you are aware we've gone through a huge transformation of consciousness just over the last week alone. One of the things that has opened up for me over this shift is a much bigger potential to connect telepathically with multiple consciousnesses connected to this fourth density ascension of planet Earth. So we can use this to connect in with the extraterrestrial consciousnesses much more easily now. Contact is much more viable than it has ever been on the planet. The ETs are very close. There's like millions probably. I don't know how many there are, but there's a lot of ETs surrounding our planet at the minute. Contact, we are entering a period of first contact for sure over the next few months. So if you want to start connecting with them yourself, I reckon the best way you can do this is sort of connecting to this inner realm within yourself, connect to the collective consciousness of Earth, this connective all beings that are like working for this ascension of planet Earth. They're available within the astral planes. So if you are able to sort of access visions and that through meditation, go into deep meditation and get messages from your spirit guides and stuff like that, this is one way you can access this. I don't even know what astral is, but it feels like I'm connecting to the astral plane, and you can communicate with beings in a much more clear way because there's no ego on the astral plane, or very little. So it's much more easy to directly communicate with beings, like even humans that you want to connect with. You can see right into their heart and see what's really going on with them. And so we can use this to start interfacing with the extraterrestrials in preparation for contact, which is going to start happening, increasing over the next few years. So other ways are through dream time, lucid dreaming. If you're any good at lucid dreaming, I'm sure you can access these consciousnesses through that plane. And really any way that allows you to get into an altered state. And you might find that there's a much wider potential for communication with a much wider range of entities in this like social complex of planet Earth that is becoming very real at the minute. And yeah, and it enables us to sort of tap into this consciousness, sort of work through a lot of our issues, like because a lot of us still have fears and social insecurities and stuff like that going in with us with regards to contact, like coming out to our families and people around us, and tapping into this extra dimensional plane and connecting with these beings and all beings that are relevant to your progress. We can accelerate at a much faster rate. It's like we can, like, if you got like a guru or a spiritual teacher or friends that are very enlightened, you can connect with them on this plane as well. You don't even need to go and visit a guru anymore. It's like I was connecting with like Bentinho Massaro very, very vaguely. I just tapped into his consciousness. I couldn't quite maintain his vibration for long enough to stay in his plane of existence, but it just gave me a bump up, and I was able to connect like with Eckhart Tolle and a few other sort of spiritual gurus. And it's like when I connected with Eckhart, this intense peace and silence came over me. It was amazing. And you can really connect with any being, because it's like we've entered this sort of new awake era of consciousness on planet Earth, where this social memory complex, like one telepathic mind of Earth, is like merging on the astral planes, and it's going to become much more realised in the physical plane soon as well. We're going to become much more telepathic. Like you might have noticed, like when you're walking past people in the street, it's very hard to be near someone and not pick up on their energy. Like if there's an angry person with you just got to get the fuck out of there, because we're just so sensitive now. And this is the beginning of the telepathic transformation we're going through. More and more you'll know what people are thinking, particularly like with partners and people very close to you that are thinking on the same wavelength, because the way to become telepathic is to have one goal. A civilization shifts to a social memory complex, one telepathic union consciousness, when the entire civilization is aimed towards one goal. And at the minute, there's quite a dichotomy because there's still a lot of darkness on the planet. But now that the light is taking over and the light is coming back, we're all becoming one focused consciousness and all moving in one direction. And this is enabling like a social memory complex to form, like everyone moving in the same direction. So if you're working on like projects with people and you're very focused, you might notice you have thoughts at the same time, and this is the forming of the social memory complex. And this is very much forming in the astral planes, and like I say, we can tap into this and we can use this to interface extraterrestrials, like really any entity in creation we wish we can tap into. certainly the positive beings and possibly even negative beings that could be turned towards the light. They're there. And so that's basically it. So through meditative states, through dream time, through lucid dreaming time, to try to tap into this social memory complex. I use this term, it's from the Ra, the law of one. It's basically when you become one unified consciousness with a single aim, a single goal. And you can process stuff and heal stuff and move stuff and work through diplomatic situations with entities. And even if you're into like diplomacy, you can like connect with like Russian people and stuff like that, and like work it out on the astral plane, and it'll filter down into their consciousness in the dream time, and you're really connecting with them. And this is available now to us, and it's a real powerful way to accelerate, as particularly as we go through the end of the year, this shift of consciousness, and we're going to start seeing UFOs in our skies more and more. It's going to enable us to process, to communicate with them on a deeper level, like a heart-to-heart level, and prepare us so when we do meet face-to-face, and our hearts just go wide open and our ego is completely dissolved, and we communicate from that more direct heart-to-heart place with less ego involved. So this is how we can start beginning to prepare for contact. So it's all happening. The shift has begun. Can you feel it? The consciousness is going crazy. Have a wonderful day, Earth humans. Good day.